comes from Next Level Armament, and it is a cool conversion kit that they have. So this is the HORUS 9mm conversion kit, and what it comes with is, if you got the 8-inch or the 5-inch option, it is a conversion kit that will allow you to utilize your AR15 lower receiver and not have to modify it at all, because the modifications are coming from the mag. This is a CMMG AR15 9mm conversion insert. We'll talk about that some more. But again, it allows you to utilize the mag and not have to get a dedicated lower receiver, which is kind of a common method or a way to go about it. Is if I wanted to have a PCC, a pistol caliber carbine rifle, I would have to, or pistol, whatever, I would have to either have a dedicated 9mm lower receiver, which is going to take something like specific Glock mags, or I'm going to have to use some big bulky insert for the mag well that will allow me to, again, use Glock mags. But this conversion kit, this little combo here, is great. Okay, the upper receiver is, again, it's the Next Level Armaments. It's their radial delayed blowback system, which is arguably the way to go. It's the best way to go for a 9mm on an AR platform or just about anything. The radial delay blowback system is just the smoothest, best operating, period. But somebody might disagree with me, and that's fine. I don't care. 8-inch, 5-inch. The mag insert is made to work specifically with that radial delay blowback, which means that it will actually lock the bolt back at the rear on an empty magazine, which is also awesome because that is traditionally an issue. Typically, if you want to run like a Glock mag and you want it to lock back, you got to do all those different things like we talked about in the lower receiver, but then you also have to put like a fixed ejector, in order to allow those 9mm to come out. All of that now works specifically off of this conversion kit, which is great. So, again, I can take this right now, which is configured in a 223 Wild. I can take out my AR15 magazine, and if I wanted to use this one, I can take an insert, CMMG insert, switch out the inner guts of that magazine and be able to use that 9mm. Now, if I want to just swap from my AR15 chambered in 223 5.56, I can then just put on my 9mm upper by pushing those takedown pins, right, that we all know about right there. If I pull those takedown pins out, get my fingers on them, take that upper off, move it to the side. Now, as you can see, it's just a standard AR15. It's a Rainier Arms AR15 lower receiver. All I have to do now is align this upper into position, put my takedown pins into place, and now I have a fully functional PCC upper, 9mm. Now, all I have to do then is take my CMMG magazine, fill it with 9mm bullets, insert, go to town, have fun. I could run this in a PCC match, or I could shoot it for fun because 9mm is usually cheaper to train with than your 223. So it's a valuable option when it comes down to that. And now, again, we don't have to change everything up. I can swap this back out and I can run 223. I also don't have to get used to utilizing smaller magazines. If I was worried about that, I can just be using the same type of magazine from my 223 to my 9mm. So ergonomics, how it feels in my hand, all of that, how it aligns, how it inserts into my lower receiver, it's all going to be the same, which is great for training, being able to do repeated movements and build up that, muscle memory, as they like to say. So pretty dang solid. The barrel itself on the Next Level Armament upper, it is, again, there's an 8-inch or a 5-inch option, and again, it's 9mm with a 1-to-10 twist. Solid setup. The upper receiver, the 9mm is built off of the Ascend Phoenix uppers, and we already know the quality that they have. The uppers will fit or match up to any mil spec AR15 lower receiver. Alignment-wise, it might look a little bit funny, just dependent. That's just like anything, though. You can get an upper receiver that matches and marries the lower perfectly. In some of them, lines are just cut a little bit different, so it doesn't look the same. Kind of like this. Doesn't quite look the same as the lower, but that's totally fine because I'm still getting the training value if I was doing this build like this for training. Again, my stock lower that I like, with the same trigger that I want, with the same, this right here is a die-free Kung Fu grip, which I think is pretty cool. I can keep this with my PCC straight across the board up to my full size, 223 or 5.56, or if I'm building like a 6-arc, whatever. Beautiful. It's just a great, great, great concept. Now, when it comes to that magazine, a couple things. So one is the insert is good for Gen 2 and Gen 3 PMags. When you buy this kit, it is shipping with a 10-round capacity. Now, that sounds like it kind of sucks for us states that are not limited, like here in Kansas, but it's very, very easy to switch it out. It's shipped as a 10-round capacity for those states that do have a limitation, but pretty simple to install and also pretty simple to change. Just like pulling the guts out, I'm going to reverse that. If I push down on this lever here, which my fingers are a little big, protect this insert from trying to shoot out, perfect. If I push this out so you can get an idea of what this looks like, that's what the insert is. Okay, so now what determines it being a 10-round capacity is this bar right here. And you can see those little notches that are cut out in there already. This configuration right here is a 10-round capacity. If I cut it right here at this notch, that's 15, that's 20, and that's 30-round capacity. So if you buy this and you're just in a state where you can have a lot more freedom seas in your magazine, all you got to do is just snap those tabs off, whatever capacity you want, to, again, your 15, your 20, or your 30. If you're in a state like California where it's limiting you to a 10-round magazine, something along those lines, well, that's going to ship just like that. So again, all you have to do is break those pieces off, reinsert it into your Gen 2 or Gen 3 PMag, make sure it's aligned and sitting in there right, and then we're just going to slide that base cap back on. Got to push it down to clear it. Boom. Now I've got a fully functional 9mm AR15 magazine. Just awesome. Super easy to operate. And just, it's just cool. I like having multiple options when it comes to ways to train, being able to utilize different calibers. And it's just, I just like what Next Level Armament does. Dave over there, he's a pretty cool dude. And I really like their stuff. So again, that is the HORUS 9mm conversion kit for your AR15 lower. Pretty solid. Jump on the website, check it out, because it is cool. And go ahead and get you one.